Hello and welcome. Yig here. Today we are looking at Reignbreaker. This just came out a couple of days ago. I want to say yesterday or the day before. It is a action roguelite similar to in presentation to Hades. So if you like the gameplay you see here, there will be a link to the Steam page in the description. If you want to help the channel grow, subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. All right, jumping in. I have succeeded once out of 10 attempts. The game, I'm not being particularly good at it, but also the game's actually decently challenging. You do need to learn some boss patterns and things like that. Let's go say hello to our little rebel friend here.
We've just plated up some grub.
All right, let me show you real quick what we've got so far.
I have to prepare myself.
So far for meta progression. There may be some stuff that I'm not seeing, and I'm pretty sure there is. So I don't know how to unlock these slots, but these are your slots for upgrades, and your upgrades are down here. So for example, right now I have one that gives me an extra dash, one that allows me to perform the javelin strike, which I kind of honestly feel like should be a default property. This one gives me a little bit of punch damage and gives me a combo, which I actually need to try real quick. And then this one gives me more resolve, which is our meta progression currency.
Time to break some dummies.
Okay, so bam bam. So it's twice and then a pause. Ah, that did work. Okay, so twice pause. There we go. Oh, that is good on the combo. Ooh, how long do we gotta wait though? Not very long, but we do have to follow up, so it has to be pause, tap, tap. Okay. That's a cool ability. I also like the fact that it's increasing our dodge. Now, the other part to getting back to it, the other part is you have a number of firearms. Javelins, we call them. They look like lances.
I hope I've packed everything.
Which I guess is kind of a javelin.
The chambers
they do look like lances, but you have a bunch of different ones. And there's actually a thing that'll allow you to equip 2 different ones, which I was using for a while. But I wanted to get a little bit more of the meta progression currency, so I switched that out to that for now. So each area will have each area, which you can see on your map here, will sometimes have these bridges, and you need to do something in the rest of the area to get rid of them. And in this case, it is to go fight this thing over here. Now this is going to give us...
Why not come a little closer, thief, and donate a gallon or 2?
If you want my blood, you'll have to draw it yourself.
Lance.
So be it. Careful. This might sting a little.
All right, so once you get them, most of them don't actually have that. Okay, now we can actually use the javelin like this, at which point, oh wow, this is my first time using a shotgun javelin. And that is cool as... Ooh, no. There's this bell things, it's a little harder to gain stacks on my combo levels, which is a bit of a bummer, because I think combo level also helps in your rewards for the room, if you understand. Like what it ended as when it generated the loot. I feel like it's better if you get a high combo. Damage reduction is always nice, but we are going to take this because that's going to give us health every time we come to a healing place, and there's usually a decent amount of healing places. So I like the game. By the way, we have the default punch that's always there, but the different types of lances and the different abilities of how they behave.
On to the next room.
Is really interesting, and they do make for very different playing things. For example, the one that we have right here gives us sticky bombs, but the other one also has a version of that, and that one's more of a long range burst combo. Interestingly enough, with the other type of the pea shooter type is, I believe, what it's called, you can actually stack your combos really high, and all you have to do it is just keep alternating punch, bayonet, punch, bayonet, punch, bayonet, punch, bayonet, and just doing that over and over again. And that will actually get you a ton of combo points. You can't get it while you're using the shotgun type though. But any of the burst ones, the first ones, the pea shooter ones, you can do that. The Queen of Keys. All right, so you tend to have, if you see this is basically usually a loot room. It's almost always loot room, so it'll be probably charged by this right here.
We said we don't need the likes of you around here. Get gone.
We just met them
Oh,
in my last
quiet
run.
your garrulous mouths. Shame you lot can only talk and not much else.
Piss off, big words. We don't need to read no dictionary to do our jobs.
Clearly.
No, I suspect you spend all that hard-earned gold on outfits rather than books.
Either
calling
that
you
or
a
a
dandy,
big
sir.
bag of jewels, methinks.
I actually really like the sort of
Track
the way
switched.
the way that it's presented. Oh no! I don't want to deal with you. Okay, get myself stabbed while I'm getting my keys over here. You can pre-fire some of these things. Like I said, generally. One of these days, I'm gonna get that combo over, or I'll just
A few
more
rust
likely
buckets less to
case.
worry about.
we will grab a different mod next time.
Well, what were you hiding?
Yeah, see, some of this. Oh, it no longer decays, but is reduced. So that means in between fights, it's not going to go down, which would actually give us quite a bit of combo we could do. And if we get some of these other combo-based things like this, that could come in handy. Let's try that. I think that's going to be good. Because that'll keep our combo gate. I'm trying to get used to the combo. Because once you get used to it, it's like, it's crazy. Okay, let's just go over here. Like that. Go, because we got to manage our heat. And I am not managing my heat as well as I should be. Alright, grab that. Now that attack from the bells, by the way, I wanted you to know, it
Come,
has,
get some.
the damage comes in just a little bit sooner. Oh, I tripped the alarm, by the way. That's why we're having a second fight in here. Just in case you were wondering why we had another fight in the exact
It's no
same
use.
spot.
The javelin is overheated.
Yeah, see, now we have to wait for our javelin to come back to us. That area effect attack that the bell does comes in just a little bit sooner than you're gonna think it does, and so you'll want to like dodge out fast. Don't dodge into it. Don't try to like neutral dodge it, because it doesn't work. Okay. That's okay, because every time we can get like one guy in an area by himself, we can get our combo going. And if we can get our combo up there from just doing that, ooh, that's going to be nice. Let's make sure. Let's grab this one first. Because that means our combo can really get up there. Even if you're not great at combos. Yeah, see that bell area effect is... Oh, yeah, there you go, boys. It does a decent amount of damage on these little guys, too. Ooh, that guy almost got me.
Can't use the javelin when it's overheated.
I know. I'm bad about overheating. We'll just do that. How's that work? Okay. Come on, bell guy. There's some upgrades where you can get the bell, taking them down and doing the little finisher on them will actually heal you and stuff like that. There's some of the in-run upgrades you can get, and they come in really handy. So if you do see that one, I highly suggest taking it. Gets an additional slash that inflicts coat. This is pretty tempting because the coat does combo level, and since we just reduced our combo level, that seems like it would be a good idea. 75% increased range, deal more damage, and inflict coat. I think we do that because this, even though this is I don't know. We'll take the rare one just because of the rare. I haven't tested them,
now.
so we'll have to see. Okay, so let's try it over here.
I enjoyed our nostalgic chitter-chatter, but it would be best for us both if you stayed away.
You must know
That's
I
right.
bear you no ill will, sister. I'm simply doing what I must.
As am I, as once you did, by my side.
We could fight side by side once more, you know, for a better cause.
Not wrong.
I will not break my oath. I will do my duty.
Somewhat understandable. All right. Yeah, because if we can actually keep that combo up, and not get it dropped every 2 seconds like I just did again. Oh no, no, get away from me. Ow, you little guy with... Oh no. Okay, okay. If we get to the side of this guy, we can do this. We'll do that. If I could just not get hit, it would be better. Damage dealt by bayonet is increased. That's pretty tempting because then we get our. That's our. We do a lot of damage with those attacks. So that's like slam too. The slam is pretty good, but I feel like we use this. So yeah, I like the way the presentation is. The voice acting, I was actually surprised. The voice acting.
On to the next room.
I did not expect it to be full, like basically fully voice acted, and pretty well voice acted too. So I was very happy with this. This was very cool. It came out and it's got a nice feel. The hitboxes and everything, like I said, other than the one with the bell, which, like I said, it's in line with the graphics. So don't take it like I'm saying there's something wrong with it. It's in line with the graphic, but if you like it may be a me thing, but it comes in, the damage hit comes in just a fraction of a second before my brain thinks it should. And I think that's a my brain, my timing thing, not a them problem thing. That boost to these is why I was actually taking that other one, because if we can get a bunch of those, that's not bad. Getting hit though is kind of rough. We could restore some health. Not the worst idea. Let's see. Now we're okay. It would not be the worst idea, but it would also not be a useful idea. All right, let's go. But yeah, I like the sort of. Oh God, I can't think of what I would call it. The aesthetic. It's kind of like a old-timey punk rock is what it feels like with the way the sort of the paint, the graffiti paint, fonts and things like that, the character styling and things like that. It feels like that sort of old. All right, getting hit. Yeah, we already looked at that. I don't know why I was looking again. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it though. Like I've been having a blast. It's been real fun. Okay, so if you do come to this channel often, I do have something to ask you. If you can, which way would you rather see small games that I think are promising, but like sometimes you'll see a demo come out and it just doesn't have that much content. So, you know, it's hard to make a video on that kind of thing because it can feel like I'm not doing. It can feel like you know, it's like, okay, how am I gonna make this demo that I like and I want to show? How am I going to make that demo entertaining for 15 to 30 minutes if, you know, if there's only about 15 minutes worth of content in the demo. It's a proof of concept more than a demo almost. Because there are some of those that are out there. I've tried a lot of them. And I've had more than a few that I wanted to show, but I just absolutely did not ever succeed at showing because there just wasn't enough like gameplay in it. So the question is, would you prefer, if you were to pick, which would you prefer? Small individual videos that are only like maybe 5 to 10 minutes long for those types of things, or like a larger video that covers maybe 2 or 3 of them, being between, like, say at that point again more like the standard episodes that I do, which are about 20 to 30, sometimes really long, sometimes 40, but about 20 to 30 minutes is what I try to stay in the ballpark of normally. And if you have a preference, because I don't know how, like, yeah, see, like the style and everything, very punk. It reminds me, I'm trying to think of, there's a word for it, and I can't remember what the actual category is. But yeah, but yeah, back to the other thing. Yeah, damage taken less is definitely good. I think I'm gonna do that because that will help me out.
All seals removed. Onward.
Yeah, I don't know really. I haven't come up with a thing. Both of ways work, but it really comes down to like at the same time, I don't want to necessarily be... Yay! Look at our multiplier. Oh, we gotta get rid of these guys. These are the guys that are gonna mess our day up.
Ouch!
Canyon
Hot, hot,
guys.
hot.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no! I lost it. I was still thinking about the other thing. Because, like I said, it's... some of it is like, if the majority of you are down for like 25 minutes a day, then you'd probably prefer one video covering maybe 2 to 3 games. But if you're just like, okay, I'm here for as long as the video is, then you might prefer, you know, the sort of 10 to 15 minute video at that point. So this is more or less one of those like, hey, if you guys have a preference, then that'll help steer this to where it works easier for you. Oh, we gotta punch this guy because I keep running out. I keep overheating. And one thing I don't do often enough is I don't do the shooting one often enough, the throw often enough. I need to do the throw more often. All right, let's see. Getting hit drops from explosive spray can. Well, yeah, that's tempting. Because we did just take the other one that does damage when we get hit. So that would be like every time they hit me, they would be getting hit back twice. Martyrdom the build. But yeah, you know what? Let's martyrdom. We're going to do it. We get hit. Now we do 200 and an AoE and drop a bomb at our feet. That was like it's the most I know I'm going to get hit loadout possible. I do like that it slows down time while you do the key animation. Oh, did I make it? I did it. Oh, I got it right this time. Yeah, it's the way the animation works. My brain like says, oh, the hit should be coming out here, and the hit comes out just a fraction of a second earlier. All right, I do like the little map too, allowing you to kind of look around. Like, this is pretty well done. The other one that I've been okay, there we go.
Bringing the
Grab
sticker.
that. Now we're gonna trigger this intentionally. Sometimes it hasn't worked out for me. I've had sometimes they've spawned some pretty good guys that have like chunked me down. Just throw that one for a moment.
Can't use the javelin when it's overheated.
Don't worry, you won't need to, because everything's dead. Alright. Yeah, because that'll kind of make it easier for me to figure out what to do on those. Because it is one of those things where it's like, how do I cover this? Because normally the whole process is get far enough into a game to figure out if I enjoy it. That's step one, of course. And then sort of go over there and see, like, is there...
Our little mouse returns. Did you lose yourself in the maze?
Yes.
Have you nothing better to do than watch me crack your little contraptions?
Oh, I have plenty of better things to do. I simply cannot resist a good chase.
The Queen's Court must be a
You're
dull
flirty guy.
place indeed.
The court is nothing more than different hunting ground, my dear.
She got words for him.
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah, see, I was trying to see how much you could like dash dodge through. Like can you
I
play
prevail.
it really, really, really tight? And each of the hurt boxes feel like they exist for just long enough that it can be a little bit hard to do that. This is actually ridiculously strong, by the way. I ran this in, I think, the one that I won, along with a whole bunch of, like, you only take this much damage, getting hit drops. Yes, getting hit drops, bear traps around you, invincibility then lasts longer. And, I mean, it's kind of crazy how much stuff you can get going. This one, though, does really good when you're... Because I get hit by traps too much, honestly. Scratch damage when hit every 20 seconds. Scratch damage will come back. It'll heal up as long as we don't take another hit after that. So that can actually help out pretty good. But I think we're going to go with that. Now, one thing I will say is if you are in your initial runs and you get an item that does, like, if you get one of your choices and it does heat reduction, Oh, man, it is worth... Oh, there's a shop there. It is worth every bit. Oop, nope, I got hit. Oh, no, maybe I didn't. I thought I got hit. I sworn I got hit. I'm on level 1 on my combo level, so I'm going to assume that I definitely get hit. Alright, oh, hey, nice. An artifact to make stronger. Getting hit drops and explosive spray cans. Healing station, that one's probably not terrible. Ooh. I mean, that's only like 5% up in damage, but that 5%... Getting hit drops an explosive spray can and no longer resets your combo level. So, yeah, I'm going to put... we already have that. Oh, so... Oh, I must have done something incorrect then. Alright, okay. Oh, I'm being psted by the kid. Oh, I'll be there in a second. I like, by the way, that the...
Bringing this
the cursor is actually a very, very distinct color.
I've got some good stuff for you today, Lady Clef.
Let's see then, kid.
I like our little kid here. All right. These are actually really good in here. Like, honestly, genuinely, in some games, the like per room or per use foods and stuff like that aren't great. But in other ones, they're pretty good. And this one's pretty good. Like, we have enough hit points that I could theoretically just grab this. You're getting fatter and it's 420. Let's see here. I resemble that remark. Did I go up? Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. Well, hopefully we'll get to the first boss. Can't guarantee we'll beat him. I beat the Observer once, and then I ended up with a different person, and I got munched because now I got to learn a different person's pattern. Embarrassing, I know. That's decent. I wish... Ooh, there we go. That's not bad. I think we're going to go with that, even though it's only 5 points of damage. Yeah, you can get... if you get lucky, you can get a series of... I ended up with a... On the other one, the pea shooter, I ended up with 75% reduction on how much heat I was generating, and I could literally alternate between a punch and the bayonet and stack up 3 level 3 combos without even getting close. Like, I would be like here on the heat gauge by the time the room was done. It was a very impressive build. Like, it just did so much damage. Everything's exploding everywhere. And like I said, the combos were great. And that's why I think that it's actually based on your combo. Sometimes when you get here, there'll be a little thing here, and you'll be able to unlock a new weapon from here. Some of the weapons are actually unlocked by beating bosses as well, which I think is pretty darn cool. And then there's another shop if we wanted there. Health restored by 50. Nope. Movement speed. See, if those weren't getting hit, I would be like, But getting hit for me is like, I know I'm gonna get hit. Especially right now. No, I do have news on that whole thing. Like, okay, so I got the tooth thing done. The tooth thing is done. And then we're doing a sleep study, which is supposed to help me so that when I'm sleeping, maybe I'll actually get rest. I'm not holding my breath, but... Oh yeah, this one is... Ow! Ooh, ooh. He does a 2-part combo on that hit, by the way, just so you know. Be like me. Okay. We want to take those out. Ow. Otherwise, that kind of thing will.
Yeah.
Ow. Ooh, ow, ow. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, I don't think I have a revive yet either. Oh, thank you. Uh-oh.
I am your queen.
I do not have a
In what
revive.
world would you ever be able to defeat me?
Game's tough. I beat it. That's not the one I beat.
Let me get you
I
a
beat
cup
a
of tea,
different
love.
one.
You'll be ready
So one
to
thing,
take
so
on
they
those
started cycling in
bucketheads
more
in no
bosses,
time
and so
then.
I had to start learning more patterns. And since I'm fairly slim into the meta progression, which, by the way, like I said, I'm having fun. I think this is probably I think this maybe these unlock through. I'm guessing either through points invested here, which I don't think it's points invested here. I think it actually is like the farther you go, the higher you're going to get. That would be my guess. So I just need to tune up this build and see how it does. I have a little bit of scratch right now, so I can kind of sit there and we could always take this upwards. Again, 15%. It's not great. It's not bad. It's not great. Let's see. Javelin strikes, we should add to their damage as well. And eventually I'll get my build worked in here. I will probably go over here. Let me show you that one that I was talking about. So the adherent assault was what I was using.
Testing
and
something.
This one, you can see, like, you can build combo like nobody's business. And it's one of the earlier ones, and you can actually do this same attack with any of them. This one just happens to do it really
It's no use.
effectively
The javelin is
because
overheated.
your damage is also including these bombs. So I found this to be a really good early game weapon, and you can stack up combos with it really good. If I'd gotten the combos if I'd gotten the combo upgrades like I did in the last run with this gun, we would have been sitting at anarchy. It's like the anarchy in the UK, but yeah, with those things, this would have been crazy up there on that one. So, give me 1 second. All right, hold on 1 second. All right, I double checked. This is normally a $10 game, and it is currently on sale for its release. It was released on the 18th. So it's 20% off right now, which is a nice introductory price. There is, like I said, there's one of the other ones that allow you to equip 2 of these at the same time. And I think that's going to be one that I'll end up having permanently on the bar eventually. But I would need a few more upgrades before I think that swapping is going to really do it. But if you like this, I'll have a link to the Steam page in the description. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you come back for the next one. And most of all, have a great day.